Hello everyone and welcome to 3ds Max 5 VTM number 1. Brought to you by 3dbuzz.com. My name is Jason Busby, also known simply as Buzz. And joining me today, we've got Mr. Zach Parrish. How's it going, Zach?
Pretty good, Buzz. How are you?
You know, not bad at all. Getting really hyped up about showing people how to use this incredible application.
Oh, yeah. You know, actually, you were saying this is VTM version 1. Shouldn't this technically be like version 1.1?
Yeah, that's actually a pretty good point. What Zach's talking about is the fact that we already have a VTM, which for those of you out there that do not know what a VTM, what that stands for, it's a video training module. For those of you out there that don't know, we've already got a VTM for 3ds Max, but it's for version 4. It's an issue 1 as well. And version 5, this is the first time that we've actually done a reshoot like this, but I felt that this would be a really good thing because we're about to be offering an online course for 3ds Max, and we want it to be all about the most recent edition or most recent version of the software. And, you know, doing part of the course with 4, then part of the course with 5 might become, well, slightly confusing. And
right.
We definitely don't want that happening. So what I decided to do is go ahead and have us reshoot this video, or series of videos, if you will, for version 5, but at the same time leave the version 4 VTMs available, just in case you haven't yet had a chance to upgrade. And trust me, it's well worth the upgrade to version 5.
Definitely.
Then you can go ahead and head on over to 3D Buzz and download the videos for version 4. So you're in good shape, man. We're covering you all the way around, except for those of you that happen to have version 3 and below. And then too bad.
Yeah, it's time to upgrade.
It's definitely time to upgrade, okay?
It's time to bite the bullet and buy the upgrade.
Well worth it. So this VTM, as I said just a second ago, is being created primarily with the online course in mind. So what are online courses? Well, in just a second, I'll have Zach break it all down for you. But basically, the whole idea of online classes came from this. We've got so many people going to 3D Buzz and downloading these VTMs. And then when they get done watching these videos, they're kind of left at a point where they go, all right, what's next? Where do I go? And so what we wanted to do is step forward with some method of giving a structured path that you can follow in improving your education. It's something a little bit above and beyond just a video.
Right. We're supplying you with a framework that you can use to gauge exactly what you've learned from the VTM.
And that's extremely important to us. It's all about education. Not just free education, but free quality education. That's right. So that's what we're doing here. So these online classes are absolutely free. If you don't know about them, just head on over to 3dbuzz.com. This online class is being sponsored by Discreet, so they very much believe in this education for you guys. So let's make sure we thank them. This is really important. So head on over to 3dbuzz.com. After you log in, of course, all accounts are free, which you should have one if you have this VTM.
Yes.
You will.
If you've got this VTM through any other means, please let us know.
You will be able to find an online courses section in your sidebar, and from there you will be able to sign up and begin taking the 3ds Max course. How much does it cost? Well, nothing. All online courses are absolutely free that we provide to the general public, or general members of 3D Buzz, if you will. So, Zach, if you would be so kind, go ahead and give us a breakdown of how online courses work.
Cool. Well, each online course is going to be divided up into modules, and these are going to be kind of like separate classes within a course, kind of like your 101s and your 201s and things like that. But here's how this works, okay? We start out with our module. Inside each module, we have VTM lesson videos that we will watch. After each VTM, you're going to complete a completion quiz. You're going to finish this out. Basically, this is 10 quick questions to gauge not only whether you're learning something, but more or less to make sure you've watched the video.
And that's 10 quick questions, or approximately. It could be less, could be a few more. I doubt it'll be more, but it could be less. It basically just kind of makes sure that you've actually seen this video, so you don't go cruising through this whole thing. And, you know, it's just going to be some basic questions. Now, from time to time, we do throw some goofy, off-the-wall questions in there that there's the only way you could possibly know the answer is if you had watched the VTM. Just keep in mind, these tests are not to gauge how great you suddenly are with 3ds Max.
Right. That comes later.
That's right. They are to gauge that you watched the video.
Exactly.
Okay? Because there are actual tests later. Why I'm saying this is for the simple fact that you will not be able to review anything that you missed. Don't worry, you're going to need to have basically all but one correct to be able to pass the completion
Right. You have
quiz.
to get a 90% or higher, and typically with 10 questions, that's only missing one. And, if you miss one, if you come back and you get a score of 90, don't worry about it. It's really, those tests are there only to gauge whether or not you watch the videos. If you score and go on to the next one, that's great. Watch the next video, move on with the lesson.
Exactly.
Anyway, after you watch all of your videos and you finish all of your completion quizzes, you're going to unlock a whole slew of stuff that you can work on.
That's right. When he says unlock, when you go into the course for the first time, you're going to find several sections that are locked with a red bar across it, preventing you from going into those areas and start working on various things.
This is a restricted area.
Exactly. Please tell us what these areas are.
Well, among other things, we're going to have assignments. Now, these are going to be hands-on assignments, typically within the program. Occasionally, I will warn you, we have written assignments. Sometimes we will force you to send us a paper. Yes, I know, it's scary, isn't it?
Please write a 30-page essay on what a sphere is. Oh,
Yes.
sorry. Nothing that bad.
30 pages on how to make a sphere in Max. But really, we just want to make sure that you're actually learning something. We try to keep these as hands-on as possible, so you'll actually be working inside the program, proving to us that you've picked something up from these videos. After you finish those, you're going to submit them to us. We're going to physically review over them, send them back to you with a pass or fail, and we're going to give you some feedback.
Warning. We do these as fast as we can. These courses are free, so generally we end up with thousands of students in the classes. Thousands.
Yeah.
Now, take 2 or 3 assignments, multiply that by thousands, and suddenly it's enough work to keep a person busy around the clock.
Wait, I can't multiply that.
Well, we know, Zach. You're still working on the old 1 times 1, but that's okay.
Windows Calculator takes care of it for me.
Hey, I understand that
Thank
thing's
you.
great.
Anyway, so after you don't necessarily have to do these in any kind of order, but the next on my list would be final tests. Now,
It's time to test your knowledge.
exactly. Now, these are going to appear very similar to the completion quizzes that you see when you watch the videos. But these are going to be slightly harder, and there will be more questions.
Absolutely.
There will be typically 25 to 30 questions, and these won't be your typical kind of true, false, click this one radio button to go on. These are going to be like multiple selections. Some of these questions might have several right answers, and you're going to have to tell us all of the right answers before you go on to get full credit for the question.
But the great thing is, after you've taken the test, you will be able to review everything that you've missed. And that's
Right.
very important, making sure that you understand all of the concepts that we were trying to get across. Now, this brings us up to another point that I would like to warn everybody about. You put 2,000 people together, you try to write a test for 2,000 people, and everybody's going to view the questions and answers differently.
It's like
Never
ordering
fails.
pizza for 2,000 people.
Just remember that we are not affecting your universe in any sort of adverse way if you happen to miss a single question.
That's true.
There is no reason to send us tons of emails saying, you should have used the word and instead of the, and I could have got that particular one right.
Right.
Trust me, we've received many of emails like that in the past. Hey, this is all about learning and enjoyment, okay? Period. End of story. All right, continue,
Very good.
Zach.
Okay. Well, anyway, after you get your final test done, you also have access to the final project. Now, this is going to be 1, sometimes 2 separate assignments that are going to be a lot more in-depth than your original assignments. These are going to really tax everything that you've learned up to this point. These are not going to be easy. These are not the kind of things you'll be able to sit down and knock out in 2 or 3 hours.
That's right. There's work involved here.
They will probably require you to work on for sometimes several days before you get them just right. But here's the catch, and I probably should have mentioned this earlier with the assignments. As far as the assignments go, as far as the final projects go, anything you have to submit to us for review, you have to be completely satisfied with it before you send it in. We're only checking your first submission. We have some people who, sometimes with some of the classes we've had in the past, they'll work on an assignment.
Hey, Buzz, I just submitted a thing like 5 minutes ago, and I haven't got a response yet, so I submitted again. So, okay, wait, it's been 5 more minutes, I submitted again. Wait, here comes, I submitted again. And so next thing you know, I check my email because I happen to be in the bathroom, heaven forbid I have to do that. Come back, and next thing you know, I've got...
Wait a minute, if you add that up, that was like 20 minutes in the bathroom, dude.
I was taking a shower.
Okay.
So next thing you know, there's like 20 emails, and each are a 2 meg file, and suddenly I'm using up quite a bit of disk space. I understand it gets exciting. We want to find out how well you've done. But, please, we also ask that you bear with us.
Be patient.
That's right, and be ready to submit one when you're ready.
Exactly, and the other one that I really love that we do get is, hey, Zach, I sent in this great bouncing ball animation, and then, the next day I'll get another one. Hey, I know I sent in that bouncing ball animation a minute ago, but I think I wanted the ball to be red, so I've resubmitted it with a red ball instead of a blue ball.
Yes, that's happened a lot, too.
Just go ahead, finish the thing out, make sure you're 110% satisfied with it before you submit it. Remember that there are thousands of other students that we're grading homework for. So every time you do something like that, you're bogging us down, you're slowing down the results for not only you, but everybody else in all of the classes.
Dun, dun, dun.
Yes,
that's right.
All of this responsibility on you.
And finally, once your project has been graded and everything has been completed within that module and you have passed everything, and trust me, we do fail people.
Oh, yes.
If we ask for you to turn in a sphere and you turn in a box, I'm not going to go, well, he meant it. He meant good, so let's go ahead and pass. No. It's going to be fail, and then I'm going to write you, some sort of feedback like, what were you thinking?
Fool!
Does that look like a sphere to you? Okay, so just be forewarned. If you fail, it's no big deal.
Right.
Submit again. Now, in that case, you will submit again because our system knows how to handle if you've passed or failed.
Exactly.
And then we'll look at it. We see that you've improved, you've completed the assignment or project properly, and then we will pass you.
If we need you to submit another version of your assignment, we will request it. And then it's perfectly all right for you to go ahead and resubmit. But even then, only resubmit once.
That is correct. Okay, so once everything is complete and everything has been passed, then what you do is you progress on to module number 2, and where all the fun starts again.
The madness begins again.
Okay, except things become a little bit more advanced.
Trickier.
So with that, Zach, I think we've kind of rambled on long enough. They've been looking at this screen that has absolutely nothing taken place. Hang on. Tink, tink, tink. That's
Put a sphere in it. Put a sphere in it.
So I don't know how to make a... Oh, that's right, I'm the teacher.
Oh, yeah.
So there's a sphere, and with this, I guess it is now time for us to go ahead and proceed with the very first true lesson, Introduction to the User Interface.
Great.
All right, guys, let's get started.